Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your August 1st to the 15th, 2019. That's 2019 finance and career reading. So it's money and career reading. Now I ask that you guys give this video a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe to my channel. This is the way you let YouTube know that you're appreciating the content that I'm putting out. And I'd like to start each reading with an attitude of gratitude. So I want to thank you so very much, whether you're new or old to this channel, for stopping by and tuning in. It is absolutely just wonderful having you here, and I'm so glad to be reading for you. If you would like to book a private reading with me or donate to my channel, all that information will be will be in the description box. That's where it will be in the description box below. It will also have links to all the cards that I use there. So let's see, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what August 1st to the 15th, 2019 has in store for you for finance and career. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career, Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career, Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career, Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career, Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career, Scorpio. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. August 1st to the 15th. Okay, there we go. That's where everything fell, so that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything, Scorpio. Okay, I knew this card was going to show up. I just saw it while I was shuffling, and I hoped that it wouldn't, but it is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles means that you're going to feel pulled in so many different directions during the first half of August. Now, the only reason why I hope that it wouldn't show up is because I want everything to be nice and easy and calm for you guys, but that's not the way life works, right? So know here that it can be in your workplace. You know, everybody's wanting you to do something and you feel like you can't keep up. Yeah, because there's a need of balance here. You also have a strong Sagittarian presence. This is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. All right. You are also going to be getting a gift from God's Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of knowledge, understanding, clarity coming in. And we'll see if you take it or not. But this is really something that drives you forward, because you're going to have a tendency during these 15 days to look at the negative instead of the positive, all right? To look at everything you're not doing right. And that's because you have so many demands on your shoulders. You have so many kind of balls that you are juggling in the air that you're going to drop something. I mean, that's just going to be a fact. Whether you want to or not, that's irrelevant. What's going to be the fact is that if you try to do too much, if you keep on saying yes to everyone, you will either wind up doing subpar work, all right? You will either wind up having a subpar first half of August, or you will just feel really bad because everybody wants a piece of you and there's just not enough to go around. So you're going to be beating yourself up over it. If you step back and if you say, this is what I can do, and this is where I need to give my time and focus my time, you're going to be so much happier. Visualize, visualize, visualize. See what it is that you want. Know what it is that you want for these 15 days, and then make that your reality. Oh, I love it. You had the Strength card in the same exact place for your August 1st to the 10th reading. So that's really, really, really quite interesting, your general reading here. Oh my gosh, you take that gift of knowledge and understanding. You are a student of what it is that you want. Oh, that makes perfect sense. In the Tower, there's a huge change coming in. The Eight of Pentacles, this is all about working hard, achieving your goals, you know, going after what it is that you want. You're going to see yourself moving forward. You're going to see yourself obtaining what it is that you desire. All right. But this is going to be a bit of a tricky time, not because of anything bad. Now, I know people see the Tower card and they go, oh no, you know, it means everything's falling apart. For some, maybe. It can very well mean that. But it shows a change. Now, this is a change that shakes you to your core. Now, that could be a very big change, or that could be a very small change. It could be a change in the way that you're seeing things. It can be, for you, Scorpio, putting down your foot and saying, no, I can't do that, is earth-shattering. People will look at you gobstopped because they never heard you say that before. Okay? That could be the huge change that comes in. It can also be that there's something that's coming where you sit there and you see the injustice of it. And that can lead to another change. Know here, you don't have to be scared of the Tower. All right? In any tarot reading, whether it is my tarot reading or anybody else's, they're all divine, all right? They're all guided by Spirit. And the Tower just shows a karmic change, a change that is orchestrated by the divine. You can't stop it even if you wanted it to. even if you wanted to say, no, no, thank you, I'm perfectly fine where I am, Spirit is saying, no, now it's time to embrace something more. Now it's time to move forward in a different way. And you know what, quite frankly, even if it's, because sometimes the change is devastating, all right? Even if it's something that you sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, it brought me to my knees. You're going to look back at it 5-10 years from now, even maybe a year or two, and say, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It changed the course of my existence. Your fairy guidance. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Scorpio, August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career. August 1st to the 15th, 2019, finance and career. Show me clearly. Change. I love it. That's too funny. Oh, and magic. Oh, you are in touch. You are one of the signs, Scorpio, that is absolutely in touch with your inner magic. That's why people don't understand you. That's why people sit there and say, oh my gosh, Scorpios, they cut and run. Yeah, you leave. When it's done, it's done. And you know it. Intuitively, instinctually, you know where you're needed and what you want from this life. The cards that come out from Spirit, and don't worry that I didn't speak the question over them. They were already shuffled and meditated on before I even started this reading. So we have energy and we have serenity. I believe you got energy in your 1st to the 10th reading too. So that's really, really interesting that these cards are correlating. All right. So we're starting with energy. And this says, with limitless energy, you're achieving more than you ever dreamed possible. This is not just physical energy, okay? This is spiritual energy being around you. This is a sense of you claiming your power, knowing your truth, and being guided by the divine. The color that shines through here is orange, that's healing and cleansing the sacral chakra, which is where a lot of negativity from this life and past lives are held, which correlates beautifully with the Tower, which is all about a karmic debt being paid. All about a change coming that was kind of written into your life chart before you even came down here. So you have a change that's coming. Then we have serenity. The spirit of serenity brings a calmness to the connectivity of all that is. Embrace serenity, embrace your peace. You're going to find that you connect more with the universe. You're going to find that you connect more with yourself and those around you by embracing this peace and this truth. The color that shines through here is blue. That's healing and cleansing your throat chakra. Also being very aware of the words that you speak, because you have this power right now, Scorpio, of being able to speak into existence what you want. And that's powerful because you have the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. It is a time of being stressed. You have the Tower card here too. A time of stress, a time of feeling, especially with the 6. I mean, I'm not worried about the Tower card at all. It's a change. It's coming. You'll be set. The 6 of Pentacles is where I really see your stress lying, and it's what brings about this sense of focusing on the negative instead of the positive. So by embracing an understanding of serenity, okay, you start moving forward in a truth that is more your own. Because if you let people, they will take away all your energy. They will demand so much of you that you lose yourself. We have change. And this says, expand your flexibility for change, and you'll enjoy the vitality of life ahead. Open up your mind to the way the world is changing, to the way you want your world to change, and see that there are endless possibilities out there for you. And then we have magic. Magic has a way of touching the heart and drawing power from the soul. You're connecting with your inner magic. I don't believe in magic as in, casting a spell or anything like that. If you do, that's totally cool. I believe magic is that connection with divinity, that inner God's head within you that you draw your power from. So this passion, this beauty, it leads you forward. Okay. So here, we're just going to start right at the heart of this reading and get this out of the way. There is a change that's coming for you, Scorpio. And I know that just sounds ominous. But in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and we're starting here, these are your clarifying cards. So this is at the heart of your clarifying cards. And the 6 of Pentacles is at the heart of the main reading right here. The Tower is saying that there's a change that's coming, and it's divinely guided. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this card is depicted by 2 people falling out of a tower. You have flames around them, which is the Yud, okay, which represents divinity. And this is saying that if you stayed where you were, If you were completely comfortable all the time, there would be no change within your life. Think of Siddhartha, right? Siddhartha, who becomes the Buddha, and I believe the first Buddha, he is looking at the world, and he grows up astoundingly privileged. He is a prince, and his father is told, it is prophesied, that when Siddhartha knows suffering, he will change the whole course of his life. He will no longer want to be a prince. And his father's like, well, that's not going to happen. So he doesn't even let there be old servants around him. Everybody who takes care of Siddhartha is absolutely ideal and perfect. Everything that he lives, the world that he lives in, is a paradise. Well, one day he's coming home from something, and of course he has his own driver, and he has people, attendants with him, and there's an accident that happens in the road, so they have to go around another way. This driver is like, oh, it's okay, I can go around another way. Let's say a food cart fell over or something like that. So he goes around another way. And Siddhartha is looking out the window and just looking and, pondering things. And he sees an old beggar man, because all the beggars were cleared off of the streets where he moved, whenever he came about. And he sees this old beggar man. This is the first time he's seen old age. This is the first time he's seen poverty. And he is just struck to his core. It's change. It's the change of the tower that comes into his life. It's divinity, because that was a divine province. Okay, that when he was going at that exact time, the road that he was supposed to be traveling on gets closed. Well, that's what happens. He divinely sees this old man who is impoverished, and he is shaken to his core, and he can no longer live in the palace. He can no longer have the beautiful things. He goes off on a journey of enlightenment. Now, it may not be that extreme, because seldom things are that extreme that you decide to give up all your earthly possessions and go and sit into the woods and beg for your food. But what I'm saying is that there's a divine change that's coming to you, because you've had enough of things being unbalanced. Financially, work-wise, okay, people demanding things of you, and you not being able, you feeling, and that's what really is important here. You might be able to give them what they want. They might be astoundingly happy with you, but they don't voice it. And you don't feel as if they are. There's a change that's coming, that's leading you forward. There's a change that's moving you to the next phase of your existence. And it shakes you. It's like Siddhartha seeing that poor beggar man in the street. Right? It shakes up your emotions. Now, as a water sign, Scorpio, you have to be aware that when your emotions are shaken up like this, you can become very overwhelmed. And it becomes the only thing that you can focus on. So be aware of that for these 15 days, that your emotions are going to be intense. You need to balance the scales. And that's where we come to the Temperance card. Balance, balance, balance. The angels are with you. You're going deeper and deeper into what your soul wants. You're being a student of what it is that you desire. You have a strong connection with a Sagittarian, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. I see it as something very good. This enlightened knowledge might not be what you want. The air sign might not be telling you something that you really want to hear, but it is something that is necessary for you. Okay? Youthful or immature air sign energy. Okay? This can also be a child. A student card, a messenger card, you're learning, you're understanding. There's something within the physical realm that's going to come to you. Okay? Because if you see there, he's holding a message within his hands. So something within the physical realm is going to bring you knowledge, is going to bring you insights. Spirit is right there with you. Horses could walk between the fairy world and the earthly plane in Welsh mythology. So I see that very much as being the sense of the spirits walking between the spirit world and the earthly plane, guiding you, giving you understanding. It's all about your logic right here. It's all about using your mind. You need balance, balance, balance as you go deeper into what you want. Okay, know that you are guided. Know that you have divinity with you, both of them. Have the angels with them. So you have the angels guiding you forward. But there is a sense of needing balance and needing to trust your understanding and your intellect. Gather up everything, weigh it for yourself, and then move forward. At your root is the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. The Seven of Cups says visualize, visualize, visualize. See what it is that you want. Know where it is that you want to be, even if where you are now, because we see this change coming in, isn't where isn't your end game, isn't where you want to be. Okay? You have to see within your mind what it is that you truly desire first, because that's going to move you forward in the best possible way. All right, because the first place that you can change, that you need to change things first, okay? The first place that you change things is between your ears, is within your mind. And that starts changing the game for you. Okay? There's a sense of things being open. There's a sense of ideas coming your way. You are working astoundingly hard during the first half of August. You are taking great pride within your work. Know that you can have creative inspiration at this time. Now, that creative inspiration might very well become a burden to you. And I don't know exactly why. Well, okay, I do know exactly why. Because some of you have been working towards something your whole life. You have had a goal, and you're very mad at yourself because you haven't achieved what you've been working towards. But something comes in, some chaos comes in that shakes things up, and you say, it's either now or never. It's going to be for some of you, not for all of you. Okay? That's what I see right here. Do not be so hard on yourself. The harder you are on yourself, Scorpio, the more you berate yourself, you're angry at yourself. You sit there and you say, I can't possibly believe I'm letting the years slip by without me going after what I want. The further you're going to push it out because you're not visualizing correctly. This changes your mind. It changes the way you're looking at things. And it has you putting down your burdens. You have the Ace of Swords right here. This is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift. And you take it. You take it and you learn from it, which is the best possible way to get a gift. You take it, you learn from it. It becomes part of your truth. There's a clarity that comes during these 15 days that you haven't had before. It's going to be the way that you make decisions. It's going to impact, and it is going to directly impact your finances and your career. Pentacles are finances, wands are career. All right, and it's going to sit there and let you see that things aren't balanced, as you see right here. And it's going to change that imbalance to balance. It's going to take work, absolutely. This isn't going to happen because you wish it, hope it, say, oh, pretty, please. No. This is going to happen because you work hard towards it. You feel as if you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are. You're carrying the weight of your world on your shoulders. You're the one responsible for your life. And that's a heavy burden. It really is. And you don't feel, career-wise, for a lot of you, that you're where you want to be. Now, even if you do feel that you're where you want to be, you want to rise higher. You want to go further. You're seeing how you can do that. Change your mind. Change your life. Change what it is that you're focusing on, because your mind is astoundingly powerful. It's more powerful than you can even realize. Once you change your mind, you see opportunities, you see options that you never thought possible coming your way. Embrace it. Absolutely embrace it. Because you'll see the Two of Cups behind you. You'll see that healing, beautiful love. And when I say visualize, I know some of you roll your eyes and say, oh, Dane, visualization doesn't work for me. The law of attraction is a nice bedtime story to tell people, but it doesn't work. You have to take it in baby steps. It does work. Sometimes in absolutely miraculous ways. But first, if you go from not being able to pay your bills, collection agencies calling to you all the time, and you just sit there and you have this anxiety, and when you let your mind wander, it goes, oh, please don't take my house away. Please don't turn off the electricity. Please let me be able to put food on the table. Okay, so you have those thoughts of chaos. But now you want to live in $1 million house. Okay, let's take impressing the neighbors off the table. All right, and some of you might get really mad that I just said that. You don't need $1 million house. It's nice to have it. If you can afford it, it's great to have it. Let's talk right now about being able to pay your bills. Let's talk right now about not having those collection agencies call you. Let's change that game. Baby steps. Baby steps. Because if you open up the world of possibilities, but they are so vast that your mind rejects them, because your mind is sitting there and looking at your reality, you're going to find that you push yourself back. Because you can't have the mansion and all you want is the mansion. Remember that Nordic saying that I always say with the 10 of Cups. It is better to be king of a cottage than servant in a palace. And what that can mean, very easily, it's better to have a house that you can pay for than to be servant to your mortgage, to be a slave to your mortgage. All right? And if you miss one payment, oh my gosh, everything's done. Okay? Free yourself. And it all starts within your mind. See what it is that you truly want, but free yourself. And you will start to see that when you focus on things like this, take one little thing and make it your goal. And then the next thing, and the next thing. You become more free, you become more joyful, you become more prosperous, and the weight of the world that you are carrying on your shoulders starts to fall away. This is your career. Right now, for a lot of you, you're working to survive. And that's how so many people work. I work to survive. I work because I need to. I need to pay my mortgage. I need to put bread on the table. Yes, none of those things are going to go away. None of them are. Whether you follow your dreams or you don't. You're always going to have somebody you owe something to. This is saying take your burdens. Take your passion. Take it off your back. Take it off. Take it from being that thing that bows you down, that bows you over. And let it become the fodder for your fire. And why I say that is I was talking to a Buddhist monk, a Buddhist nun, and she said to me, do you understand reincarnation? And I said, yes, it's the soul coming back. And she goes, and how often does the soul come back? And I was like, forever? And she said, no. She said, no, that's wrong. Think of your soul like a bonfire. And once the wood is gone, you don't come back anymore. Now, whether you achieved what it is that you were sent here to achieve or you never did, it doesn't matter. You don't come back anymore. This is fuel for your bonfire. Not that you want to come back. Okay? You might sit there and be like, one time more than enough. Thank you very much. But this is your passion. This is the reason why you were put on this earthly plane. And before it becomes ashes, okay? Look at it, see it, embrace it. Embrace your truth within your security. And see what it is that you're good at. Because some of you are sitting there and saying, Dean, I don't know my passion. I work for a paycheck. My boss is abusive. My coworkers are horrible. How do I move forward? Start seeing where you excel. Now, it can be that you have to leave that place. For your own mental health, you have to leave that place. But start seeing where your talents are. Because the thing that gets us as human beings down is that we don't see that we have any discernible talents. We're just ordinary. Well, isn't extraordinary being extraordinary? Okay? Isn't embracing your talents just seeing what you're good at and kind of exploiting that? Going after it? If you're good at making cookies, you can make a business out of that. Now you can say, I don't want to. Okay, then have the joy of making cookies. I had a neighbor, she could only make one cookie. They were Madeleines? Were they Madeleines? Yeah, they were Madeleines. But my goodness, she made the best Madeleines I ever had. Play to your strengths is what I'm telling you. Embrace your desire as you move forward. And see where it is that your soul was happy before the world kind of put all these burdens on your shoulders. Before the world kind of sat on your chest and said, it's hard to breathe, isn't it? Well, keep going. Free yourself. Free yourself, because when you do, you're going to find that you move forward with a strength that you never thought possible. You find that this time period, because the Leo time period is between July 23rd to August 22nd, and we're going to the 15th of August here. This time period, from the 1st to the 15th, is encapsulated within this card. And you will find that you will move forward in strength, you will move forward in dignity of compassion, you will move forward with unlikely allies guiding you. There's a strong Leo presence here too. You have a determination to you that is admirable. Now, you also do not like anybody telling you what to do in this time period. So know here that even if you have people kind of telling you what to do, you're going to be like, don't you dare. Okay, so know that about yourself and kind of make sure that you balance that out. Because you're always going to have somebody either strongly suggesting something or telling you what you need to do. Okay? Here, you're finding a balance. Here, you're embracing your truth. You have unlikely allies. You have unlikely avenues opening up to you. In your work, you're on point. In your work, you're soaring. You're really coming into your own. Embrace that. Embrace that confidence. Embrace that fire within you. as you move forward, because it's going to help you see. Okay, the Strength card goes into the Ace of Swords, helps you see with clarity the gifts from the divine, from the universe, which you take to be a student of this karmic change that comes. You're putting down your burdens. Even though you feel as if you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder, you are looking at things differently, or you need to. Because here you're going to look at regrets, sorrows, backstabbing, and say, why does this always happen to me? It happens because it's karmic. It happens because the lesson hasn't been learned yet. It happens because you're working towards something greater, that if you didn't go through this pain, if you ever hear anybody who's made it, they will tell you their sob story first, okay? How they overcame adversity and then how they made it to the golden road. They will not tell you that they constantly battled the adversity that they always came from. They will not tell you that when they look in the mirror, they see that 6-year-old that didn't believe in themselves. They see that person who was abused or who was left alone and who was belittled. Know that that's true for everyone. You are starting to see a different person turn around. See the Two of Cups right there, because it's going to make you demand balance within your earthly plane, within your financial existence. It's going to make you sit there and say, I'm worth something. I'm worth something, and now I'm seeing it. Love, dignity, respect, you're worth it. That's not only given to the chosen few. See it within your mind. It might take you a while. I'm not saying that this is going to change within 15 days. I'm saying that this might be a battle that goes on for quite some time. But once you change your mind, you should start changing the world. 3 days to change a neuron's firing. Okay? And it's 3 days to change it to anything. So that's why when you're having a really bad day, and that's why they say it comes in threes, because it takes 3 days for it to change. 3 days for you to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm just seeing all the sorrow, or all the hardship, and then you'll see that you see it more and more and more. But then when you start changing it, it takes 3 days to start seeing the joy, the laughter, the prosperity, the bounty within yourself. What if you were put on this earth to be a fantastic inspiration to others? And I don't mean by, doing anything big. I don't mean by having your own TV channel and, becoming Oprah, though that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I mean by being the best parent you could be, the best aunt, the best uncle, the best support for somebody, so that you're that person who builds them up, so that they become the next greatest thing. Or they become their true self, because they would have floundered without you. What if that's your calling? What if that's when you visualize greatness? What if that's your greatness? What if that's your passion for this earth? And I know we're talking about finances. I know we're talking about career here. But I'm telling you, you're finding your path. And everybody thinks their path has to be something astounding. You become an A-list actor. You become a rock star. You become Oprah. Because I can't think of anything bigger. Oh, J.K. Rowling, that could be it. You become a billionaire. And that's how the world judges prosperity, off of money. But what if, in your little corner of the world, you achieved happiness? You followed your bliss. You answered your calling. It didn't make you millions, but it left you to be secure. Because you have learned not to fight for the mansion, but to be the king of your cottage. To rule your world with absolute assurity of self and confidence of soul. To use your magic to change your reality. Your subconscious message, the Six of Swords. Honey, you're leaving it all behind. You have your knowledge, you have your understanding, and you're moving forward. At times, you're going to be scared out of your mind. That's what living is. And then at other times, you're going to show up and shut up. That's also what living is. And you're going to keep on moving forward. I don't mean to be so blunt. But Spirit is saying, be blunt here. You have the repeat of the number 6. Your heart is open. This is the most caring, most nurturing, most understanding of all the numbers. You have a repeat of the number 8. You are going to work your tuchus off to get to where it is that you want to be. Are you? Yeah. Are you also going to be a bit too analytical and a bit too, things have to be this way, and being very, very precise? Yes, you are. So know that about yourself. You're also going to be a bit too emotional. That's what 6s are. They're the caregiver. That's the caregiving number. So you're going to have this little battle with yourself. When it comes to your work, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your career, part of you is going to be like, I have to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The other part of you is saying, what about my family? What about my friends? What about the joy of my heart? You have to find that balance. And that could very well be what the Six of Pentacles is talking about here. Finding that balance and moving forward in that truth. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. This was an intense one. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. May prosperity always be with you. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Thank you for giving this reading a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'll be reading for you all really, really soon. Bye, guys.